offering our heartfelt pranams and namaskar at the feet of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba and our ever so dear and revered Sadguru Madhusudan Sai, respected brother Narsimurti ji, most eminent Dr. Prashant Garg ji, Sri Sanjay Kumar ji, all those tireless champions of service of Sai Swasthya movement galloping across the length and breadth of this country, sisters and brothers, and I think students who are present here in this sacred and hallowed presence. From what one heard in the last few minutes from the speakers, one can only be so moved and inspired by their commitment and dedication and conversion into tireless service into the very unserved parts and terrains of our country. To me, every single member of Sai Swasthya is not just a doctor, is not just a caregiver, is not just a tireless worker at the grassroots level fighting the battles that only he or she would know. To me, as I heard and as I was seeing them, I think you are nation builders. You are building the new India which we dream of and we wish for. I have reason to say that because I, for one, know that in quantity this is only going to grow and grow. When Bhuvana mentioned to us that to date over 300,000 men and women, children across the country have been served, I, for one, always feel health does not align to mathematics. The laws of mathematics do not apply to health. In mathematics, 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. But in health, each Sai Swasthya member must remember 10 plus 10 can be 100, can be 1,000, can be 10,000 or much more. There is reason for this. Because when you provide care, as was expounded by every single speaker here, in every single example that they narrated to us, what was done? You have touched people in their time of utmost need. There is a lot of difference when doing an inanimate multiplication or addition of a number to a number. But when you touch somebody and provide them love, care, and possibly cure, you are sowing the seed of infinite growth there. That member who was served by you in that remote area or geography or terrain will remember every Sai Swasthya worker deep within their heart. And that goodwill and gratitude will grow when that one will translate into societal good of 10, 100 or many more. So to me, Sai Swasthya, therefore, and I'm sure Dr. Prashantji, the dream of WHO, slowly but surely will be reached by movements, because these movements carry with them such passion and devotion and that seva bhav. What I saw as the differential in Sai Swasthya is the third S, which is so vital in health, which even Sanjay Kumarji was lamenting that every day he comes and gets requests for health care. What is needed primarily in health today? You can get the best medical education. You can get even access to the best technologies. You can have the best experience by operating on volumes and varieties and spectrums of cases. But like Sai Swasthya is slowly doing, it is instilling in each of our hearts the bhava of seva. To me, seva is another word of Sai Swasthya. And I think if there is one virtue which is going to make a difference, it is this virtue of seva bhav, which is so important, that Sadguru Madhusudan Sai is tirelessly both exemplifying through his life and also making so many others also practice. Like it is said, nobody is going to be bothered about which car you drove, which home you lived, what you owned, what you achieved, but how many hearts did you touch? How many lives did you touch? How many lives did you make a difference? And that is what you are building India one life at a time, one day at a time. So remember, you are the agents of transformation. Transformation many a time is slow and unseen. Like the seed which is sown into Mother Earth is never seen. But when the tree comes up, when it blossoms into a beautiful tree giving shade, flower, fruit, and so much of vital air to the world that we live in, that happened because of that seed. Puvana also said that you will achieve 1 million. I might think you might surprise her by crossing 1 million. 1 million is no small thing, because with the momentum and motivation that you have, numbers can become just mythical, you know. In a country with 143 crores, I would think your propensity and ability will be far more than that. And I like the term wellness. And I think you should also align and live up to the word wellness. And I have a reason and a purpose in saying this. Doing a little work in providing a little care and cure in one's life, increasingly I feel hospitals are institutions of wellness. Let us begin the redefining of this very word. Yes, they do alleviate suffering, cure a disease, whichever disease or ailment it might be. But let us rework the working of an institution of health. Let us provide what is our birthright, which is wellness and well-being. Why can't hospitals be places of such transformative, happy experiences to people? Why should there be morbidity in a hospital? Why should there be fear and anxiety in a hospital? People should come to a hospital more because they will see themselves so well, so powerful in their being, that they can go out to become agents of transformation. And that, in essence, which also Prashant ji mentioned, was the definition of health in WHO. So I think if there is one institution, it is Sadguru Madhusudan Sai's institution, which should redefine the word hospital. To me, it is a personal mission that we consider a hospital a most happy place. Why shouldn't hospitals be happy? Why shouldn't people come to look up, to find hope, positivity, courage, and strength? Bodily cure, certainly will be done, but they will go out transformed. And I think that message of transformation, Sai Swasthya must invest upon. Wellness is our birthright. And I think that is where, if you would also, because of the paucity of healthcare providers in our country, align to the ancient schools of Indian medicine, the great Ayush, as it is spoken about, of which I am a great fan myself, of Ayurveda, of yoga, of Unani, of Siddha, and homeopathy. I will give you one example, and I think that will delight everybody here. We run a few mother and child hospitals. We, of course, see about 5,000 mothers every day. That's a small number compared to the whole world that we are living in. And we have, which might give you some happiness and some joy, we have a department of maternal yoga in our mother and child hospitals. And I have found great depth, profundity, and power in maternal yoga. I'll give you 3 classical examples because so many gave us examples. So there is a maternal yoga practitioner from Banaras Hindu University who works with us, Dr. Jayashri. She conducts in the Mother and Child Hospital, of course, primarily in Raipur, practices of yogasanas, of chanting a mantra, of pranayama, and basically Omkara. You can put your hand on your heart and maybe on your mouth. She has brought about a revolution that the percentage of cesarean births has fallen by 50% through the practice of yoga. She has brought down the percentage of preterm births by 60% through the practice of yoga and pranayama. And something which is astounding and which Sai Swasthya should think of taking up is this whole rage in maternal health of infertility and infertility clinics that are propounding every single street in every city, town today. Mothers who for 2, 3, 4 years did not conceive, just through the practice of incessant meditation and Omkara, have become mothers today. If the power of investment into our ancient culture and the power of our spirituality can be aligned, hospitals can become temples of wellness. And that will happen through Sai Swasthya. God bless each and every one of you.